All right, here we go. Yo, 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 what up, though? I got Reverie in the building. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Hey, just trying to make it happen, man. It's dope to see real hip hop in the building. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Not to take nothing away from how women are going right now, but I had a chance to go down in the rabbit hole of your music,
Uh-huh.
and you straight up on some bars, like you spitting, you know what I'm saying? Spitting actual content and substance. When most women nowadays, everything is just ass, my pussy, my ass, my pussy, my ass.
Yeah.
Which I enjoy, no doubt.
Me
But
too.
it was dope to see bars,
Yeah,
and hear
definitely.
bars. And you know what I'm saying? So I went through that rabbit hole and I got a chance to listen to, watch a couple of interviews and hear about your journey, man. So I'm excited to have you sitting here right now, man. So from LA, South LA, correct?
Northeast LA, Highland
North.
Park. Yeah, I was born and raised in LA. Yeah.
Okay. So kind of explain the difference. Like why Northeast? Why I have to say that part?
The reason is because Los Angeles is so big.
Got
So whenever you're in LA, even if you grew up there and you meet somebody else from LA, you just want to know what section are you from. And to me, I think that it is partially for a sense of pride of where you're from
Got
and
you.
what you've accomplished. And also another reason is to give people an understanding of what part of LA you're from, because if you're from Northeast LA, it's different from South Central, or it's different from Koreatown, or it's different from Little Armenia, or you know what I mean?
Got you.
So yeah.
Okay. And so, like, growing up in, like, Northeast LA, I got a chance to see your interview a little bit with Be Real.
Okay, cool.
That was a dope
Shouts to
interview.
Be
Y'all was
Real.
getting blow, you know what I'm saying, blitzed in the car and whatnot.
Yeah.
And you said, like, your childhood growing up in LA was kind of rough. Like, you went through some things. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was that environment like? What do you feel like was so hard about your childhood coming up?
So for sure, I just think that it was a lack of guidance that led me to all the terrible situations I found myself in. You know, I was
Gotcha.
involved with the gang. I was doing drugs, like real drugs, like meth and
Man.
blow at like 15. And I was running away from home. I was getting in fights. I was getting arrested. I've been shot at, everything. Like, I was a crazy person. And I know I'm here today. You meet me and you're like, wow, you know how I'm very collected. I've grown up, you know, and I've
Absolutely.
traveled the world now, and I have goals and aspirations and things to live for, you know.
No,
and,
absolutely.
But I think it just happens a lot in LA that it's a lot of money to live in LA, you know. So if you're living in LA, for sure, both people in the house are working full time, and so when both parents are working full time, the kids are not gonna have enough guidance, and
Gotcha.
a lot of the kids will be fine, you know, and they have great mentors and they have great after school programs and sports, but some kids don't find that in those places.
For sure.
And turn to gangs and drugs, and I was one of those people.
So getting into the gang life, can you say what gang that you were a part of or involved with?
Yeah, I rolled with the Highland Parks.
Okay, Highland Parks. Okay, and so like getting with that gang, like and getting into like drugs and meth, like at such an early age, like was meth the first thing, or did you start off like slow, like weed, or what was the first drug you started with?
I first started with weed and alcohol.
Okay,
And then in my neighborhood, a lot of people do glass. They do.
Meth.
We call it dope.
Okay,
I say
gotcha.
dope. When I talk about meth, I don't say meth. I say dope.
Oh,
You know,
gotcha.
but it's dope is really rampant in my neighborhood. It is in most Hispanic neighborhoods. Unfortunately, it's just really part of the culture. It's, you know, and so I was introduced to that. I saw my friends doing it, and I saw what it looked like, what it did to people, and I just didn't really want to fuck with it because I just said, oh, I'm just only smoke weed, fuck all that chemical shit.
Yeah.
But, you know, you kick it long enough, you're going to get curious, you know, and I did it and then kept doing it for years. I've struggled with drug addiction my whole life.
Got you.
For sure.
What about, did meth become your preferred drug of choice?
It was one of the preferred drugs of choice at one certain time in my
Gotcha.
life when I was a teenager.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I did a lot of dope. We did a lot of dope.
Dope.
You know, we
Lot of
did
dope.
a lot of crazy things on dope, and you know, now that I'm grown up, a lot of my friends who I used to do dope with are dead.
Wow.
Have been killed, have killed themselves, have overdosed are doing fucking life in prison, you know. So I'm blessed that I found an artistic outlet that literally saved my life. You know,
Gotcha.
hip hop saved my fucking life, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for all the opportunities that I am receiving, and I'm also really grateful to be able to give back to the culture, because I know when I was fucking sniffing meth when I was 15,
Gotcha.
I was listening to fucking hip hop to get me through my fucking depression or whatever it was I was going through. So now I'm doing that for people, and it's just such a blessing, and it's cool to have experience that whole full circle
Gotcha.
feeling, you know. Not everybody gets to feel that or experience that or even really imagine what that's like. And for me to be able to experience it, I'm just very grateful and blessed.